What's up, guys? I have another 5 predictions for Pokemon cards and investors, hobbyists, everyone. So let's get started. Number 1, history repeats itself with an anniversary set. So the 30th anniversary will be heavily printed and it will be everywhere. Just like the 25th anniversary celebrations was. I remember you could find celebration ETBs almost everywhere. They were on the shelves, MSRP. Now, it took a little while. The only thing you couldn't find from celebrations was the UPC. The UPC was scalped, botted. I mean, it was just very short supply. I honestly think it was short printed compared to demand. They had the metal cards, and that might be a reason why. And I even know PSA wasn't even grading the metal cards for, I don't know, like a year or two afterwards, something around that. So the UPC, very hard to find, was very expensive. I think it was like $400 for like 3 years. And then, you know, in the last year or so, it just started skyrocketing again. But we don't know what we're getting for the 30th anniversary or anything. I'm just making a prediction. It's going to be everywhere. You could probably find it for close to MSRP as well. Prediction number 2. Now this one is going to be spicy. Fantasmal Flames will come out very strong. You got the Charizard, the Gengar, which are 2 of the most popular Pokemon in all of Pokemon. And if they get some really sick cards, you're already getting the Mega Attack versions, and I'm assuming SIR versions. This is going to be really popular. The issue, it's going to nosedive back down to Earth, similar to Journey Together. Booster boxes are going to stay expensive. Unless they do major reprints, they're going to stay expensive. Pokemon Center exclusive ETBs are going to stay expensive unless they do major reprints. But the other stuff, sleeves, bundles, ETBs, are going to be just above MSRP, eventually. I say this because it's going to be a super hype set, right? Charizard, Gengar, what's not to love about that, right? Prediction number 2. Now this one might be a little spicy. Phantasmal Flames is going to come out super strong and it's going to nosedive down. I'm thinking similar to like Journey Together, where booster box is super expensive, Pokemon Center exclusive ETB is still pricey, but the ancillary products, the normal ETB, 3-pack blisters, bundles, stuff like that, are going to be pretty close to MSRP. Now, you might think I'm crazy, and originally when I heard this, I thought it was crazy too, because Charizard, Gengar, this set's going to go parabolic. This is insane. Well, once we got some more details, it's a super small set, 130 cards, including your secret rares and all that. Super, super small set. It's the smallest set since Crimson Invasion, which is an awful set. Crimson Invasion is terrible. Journey Together, I wouldn't say it's a terrible set, but because pull rates are so easy because it's so small, singles don't hold value. So is the Charizard and Gengar going to hold value just because they're Charizard and Gengar? I don't know. Obsidian Flames Charizard is like, it was $50 for the longest time. It might be like $100 now. Now that it's getting ready to go out of rotation, it's starting to go up. So if these pull rates are better than Journey Together's, better than Obsidian Flames, I don't think these chase cards are going to be very expensive very long. Now, if they change pull rates and make them super hard, this prediction goes out the window because those cards are going to stay super expensive just because it's hard to pull. But with small sets, usually it's easier to hit certain cards. Easier to hit certain cards means cheaper cards on the secondary market. That's great. Again, this is a 1-for-1 set with Inferno X. Usually our 1-for-1 sets are specialty sets like Crown Zenith, Prismatic, 151. Those are all 1-for-1 sets. Shrouded Fable, Paldean Fates, they're all 1-for-1 sets with Japan. So I'm surprised this isn't going to be a specialty set as well. Prediction number 3, another maybe spicy one. GameStop starts to sell closer to MSRP. I don't think they'll sell at MSRP. I think that's, you know, we got the Prismatic posters a few weeks ago at MSRP, but they're selling booster bundles for $40 a pack, or they're selling booster bundles for $40 a bundle, which is a ripoff in my opinion. It's like what, $8 a pack almost after taxes, when packs are supposed to be $5. So that's a ripoff in my opinion. But as we saw with when they sold Prismatic at MSRP, they were gone immediately. But now the Destined Rivals, which is a super popular set, super expensive chases, sat and sat and sat. It sat to the point where they put it back online, and they haven't done orders online, I want to say since Prismatic or maybe Journey Together. So it's been 6+ months since Journey Together, I want to say. Prismatic's been 9 months. So it's been 6 to 9 months since they've sold online, and now they're trying to sell Destined Rivals online. So that's telling me they need to lower their prices, or Destined Rivals just doesn't have demand, and I'm pretty confident Destined Rivals has demand because you can't find them anywhere else. And if you went to GameStop's website to try to buy them on the website, they want to charge you shipping on top of tax, and at that point, you're over market price. You're better off just going to buy from your local scalper because they're going to be cheaper. I've been saying this for a little while now that GameStop is going to get a rude of awakening once the market starts to settle down a little bit. And I mean, I don't think we're really settling down any, but GameStop's already seen it. You can't sell at market price as a, I guess, retailer. Now, if they sold those at MSRP or even like GameStop does at $30, these all would have been gone. I guess GameStop's just greedy. I don't know. But GameStop's gonna have to pivot and figure something else out, and I really hope they start selling closer to MSRP. Fourth prediction, nothing real spicy, but for all my graders out there, expect terrible quality control continuing into the Mega Evolution set. This is just due to your normal reasons. You have a factory going burr, printing as much as possible, and things get overlooked. Quality gets worse. They're not taking their time. You know, the way they cut their cards, the machine speed could be ruining cards. Quality control's lacking because they have so much more influx of stuff going through. It's like every stage is just getting worse, essentially. So expect gem rates to stay low. The Charizard from 151 has 70,000 cards graded, 22,000 in a 10. These are super high pop counts, but that's still only like a 30% gem rate. So I'm expecting gem rates to stay low, pop counts to stay high, just more of the same continuing with that. I would expect something similar with the Charizard and Gengar coming out of Fantasmal Flames. I would expect something similar with the rest of Mega Evolutions, you know, the Lucario, the Venusaurs, all that stuff. I expect to have very high pop counts, but low gem rates. And that's a good and bad thing. Good because it keeps a chase, it keeps PSA 10 copies high and in demand. Bad because people who like good clean copies, it's going to be hard to find and they're going to cause a demand. So fifth and final prediction, Chinese exclusive cards are going to continue to boom. Now, I might have a little unfairness with this because I do have a Japanese card store and I've been getting a ton of people asking me to carry Chinese cards. So I might have a special insight on that, let's say. So just based off of that and the fact that the value of the Chinese exclusive cards are getting more and more expensive, and they're just doing like 1 or 2 major prints. Actually, I don't even know if they've done any reprints of them. I really don't think they are because they're just trying to catch up. So I believe they're at the start of Scarlet and Violet right now, and you know, we're already another generation ahead. They're just taking a bunch of stuff, throwing it together, making a set, releasing it, catching up. So do I think they're gonna reprint? Maybe at some point, who knows? Now, Chinese cards are extremely risky in my opinion. There's a ton of fakes out there. So you better make sure you know how to tell if they're fake or not. Cards and sealed boxes. That's my first issue. Second is if these ever get printed in English or Japanese, they're all gonna tank just because it's no longer an exclusive card. But the exclusive promos going bananas, the exclusive artworks going bananas, and the sealed boxes are starting to go bananas. I don't see this changing anytime soon, especially with the new GEMPACK Volume 3 with the Gengar in there. I think that's gonna go crazy too. We just had the other 151, I think it's 151C surprise box with that Gengar. That Gengar is like a $2,000 card. Like, that's insane. You have the Captain's Pikachu is expensive. You have the Sleeping Umbreon and the Sleeping Evolutions. Those are surprisingly cheap, maybe? So yeah, I just expect the Chinese boom to continue, especially if they keep getting these alternative artworks and if they stay exclusive. That's the big thing. They have to stay exclusive. Otherwise, Chinese cards they're just gonna go right to zero. I'll give you a bonus one. The UPCs are gonna continue to boom. I think there's a ton of room on the Celebrations UPC, the Charizard UPC, 151 UPC. Honestly, the Terrapagos one, the Arceus, and the Greninja one are very, very weak, but obviously we're not getting any more. So they'll probably continue to boom, but I don't like them. They're very weak. Coming up, we have 2 more coming, the Moltres and the Charizard. Charizard one, we don't know what packs are in them, but it's Charizard. I think that's gonna go to the moon. The Moltres one, I think they missed with pack selection and stuff, but it's a beautiful UPC. In the long term, give it 3-5 years, you'll be perfectly fine. So maxpacks.com is doing our very first giveaway. So every order on maxpacks.com will be entered for the giveaway. It is a free Evolving Skies booster pack, and by the end of the month, this might be like $50. Who even knows? So good luck to everybody. Check out maxpacks.com. If you like my video, smash that subscribe button. Let me know your hot takes in the comments below, and check out maxpacks.com. I'll see you guys on the next one. Promo code GEMPACK for free shipping, also on maxpacks.com.